Well, welcome to another episode of What's Involved. I did tell you that a lot of times it would be an article or something I wrote, and my cloned voice would be doing the actual episode. However, this is me. This is live. You're probably only going to hear this on Tuesday. But as of right now, it's a Saturday afternoon. I'm lying in bed and feeling like absolute, death on toast, I guess. So let me give you a bit of an update, just so we're clear on what's happened. If I do repeat myself anywhere, please forgive me. My brain's a bit like Swiss cheese at the moment. So we've had this long ongoing fight with the medical aid and with the Council of Medical Schemes. Within the last week or two, we discovered that the last rejection from the Council of Medical Schemes was because we hadn't followed the process exactly and had attached documents as opposed to sending one PDF file, including all the scanned documents in the PDF file. So we've done that, but over the last couple of months, and specifically, I guess, the last 3 weeks or so, I'm either experiencing a flare-up or a relapse, which has led to incredible pain, mobility issues, cramps in my body, etc., etc. Sometimes I wonder to myself, because I drone on about this, I think people might get bored. Anyway, so I spoke to my neurologist. She'd been away, and she said I needed to get admitted, and we duly then followed the procedure and asked MediHelp if they would be so kind as to admit me. They said they wouldn't unless they had a motivation from the neurologist, which we then duly got and sent to them. I was supposed to be admitted on Thursday. The motivations she said sent to them said that I was needed to be admitted for at least 3 days, and she gave them a list of what she was going to be doing. Late Thursday afternoon, I got a reply back saying, yes, I could be admitted for 2 days, but they said nothing about the treatment that they'd approved. Now, I've learned the hard way with this dear MediHelp medical aid that you can't just, accept that they're going to approve stuff. Oh, no, particularly not in my case, because I think there's a little marker on my file somewhere that says troublemaker. So I had to send it back to them and go, listen, this is not exactly what she said. Can you please fix it? So that was late Thursday afternoon. Friday came around. I think they may have fixed it. I'm not sure. However, the neurologist wasn't around, and having me in hospital over the weekend, it was not a good thing because they can't monitor me then, and she can't monitor me like she wants to. So now it's going to be Monday. So effectively a couple more days of pain and misery that I've been experiencing. And Monday morning, I get admitted, and then all the poking and prodding and testing, etc., starts all over again. Hence, I'm recording this now because I'm not sure what kind of state I'm going to be in on Tuesday, and whether I'll actually be able to, record anything or write anything. What I have been doing, though, because I thought, with the medical aid not doing what they said they were going to do, and with them declining everything, I thought, well, I'm going to try and see if there aren't any more natural / alternative ways of doing things. And the one thing I did find out is by saying that everybody's got a cure or a remedy or a this or a that or the next thing, and it's ranged. It's like there's across the whole range. I think the most common one was CBD oil, followed by CBD and THC oil. That doesn't work, by the way, in case you were thinking of recommending it again. It just makes me feel stupid. It does not do anything for my pain or my symptoms. What I have been trying, and it's perhaps worth diving deeper into that in other episodes, but I've been trying something called NAD+. Not entirely certain how you would categorize it, but yeah, I believe there's studies that show that it helps with remyelination or remyelinating. Anyway, building your myelin sheath back is probably better for me at this stage. The research says it works. I can't say that it is. I thought it was, but then the relapse thing happened. What I've been doing in the meantime as well is a lot of meditation. I thought that was helping, and some Qigong, which also I thought was helping. And then been taking some supplements as well. So we've discussed the NAD+. I think it's I don't know what it is. We'll figure it out. And then I've been taking something called Benfotiamine, which is a vitamin supplement, I guess, and something else called alpha lipoic acid, or ALA. Now, the ALA does have also some research behind it, which says it should also be good for treating neuropathy and I'm not going to get this one right, am I? It also assists in rebuilding the myelin sheath. So that's what I've been trying. Again, no real results, but I've pretty much been my own human guinea pig, because I felt that I've been, I was left out in the cold on my own to try and sort this out. Amongst other things that I have been trying is ozone therapy. Again, something I thought was working. Not sure how much research is based on that. I'll probably do, as I said, further episodes about all of these things. And then, of course, good old-fashioned Chinese medicine and acupuncture. Now, my hope was that with this combination of things I was doing and trying not to do what I normally do, and that is, as soon as I start to feel a little bit better, I just attack things at full speed, and I try and catch up on everything that I haven't been able to do. And yeah, so I was feeling better, and then went at it at 110 miles an hour, and then started to feel these symptoms coming back. And to be honest, I did exactly the wrong thing, okay? Whereas I should have sort of calmed down and did less and everything. I just hate feeling like I'm a burden, and you must understand that my fiance and the family, and I think it's normal, after, what am I, into the 5th or 6th year of this thing, I get a little bit tired of me not being able to move around and always moaning about how sore I am and how I can't think and blah, blah, blah. So I guess it gets a bit old. So I kind of felt, it was up to me to do these things. And I was doing it, and I ran, as I said, did exactly the wrong thing. But what has come of it, to this point is I've had to have a very long, hard look at what the potential of this disease or diseases, autoimmune conditions are, and what they may or may not do to me, and how that would impact on my business, which, aside from the podcasting, we run a boutique digital agency called whatsdigital.net. If you want to see what we do, you can go and check it out there. I've also got my book, Cracking the Influence Code, which is about 2 weeks away from actually being published, and that'll be for sale, and there's a website that we built for that. And then something called quantum self-development, which is just some of the stuff I've learned. It's in conjunction with the NLP, the behavioral economics, and the hypnosis stuff, and all of that I've learned. So I've put that out there. There's information there. I've written a couple of courses, and I've been busy. Not necessarily busy looking at a bright, sunshiny future, but busy looking at how I can get the business or the businesses to run if I am not present, or if I'm having a bad day. Because there's a lot of things involved in running a business, and what I did was quite a lot of the strategic stuff. So I've spent a lot of time, and Claude has become my best friend. In fact, Claude Code, running Opus and then Fable 5, has literally been a godsend to me, because with that I have created an entire system that can run the business when I'm not around. And I've learned a lot about business and running a business, and the issues that businesses have, and particularly small businesses have. So there's been a lot of work, it's initially fear-based work, but I hope it's going to turn into bright sunny skies and positive work. And I hope the stuff that I have done and the stuff that I share is going to be able to help people, either people living with autoimmune conditions or life-threatening illnesses, people just struggling with mindset and depression, because trust me, that's also something that comes along with an autoimmune. And then businesses, because I'm passionate about that. Spoken about that a lot on this What's Involved podcast in the past. It's just my focus shifted a bit to my health recently. So that's my update. You'll hear this on Tuesday. If I feel up to it, I'll give you an update at some stage, which will be out on Friday. So that's the lot from me. Until the next time, take care, look after yourselves, and be kind.